Hey everyone, and welcome back to Ad News. Every 2 weeks we bring you the top 3 news stories and trends that are shaping the industry. This week we've got some exciting updates for you. First, we'll dive into Google's latest algorithm update and its significant impact on various websites. Then we'll discuss the newly passed Media Freedom Act in the EU, which aims to protect journalists and ensure press freedom. Finally, we'll look at a recent study on brand safety in advertising and how it affects consumer trust. And stick around till the end, as we have a special ad showcase featuring Marvel star Jeremy Renner in a truly inspiring commercial for Brooks running shoes. As always, I'm Ted Jordan and I would like to thank you for your time watching this video. Let's begin, shall we? Let's dive into our first news piece. Google's latest algorithm update has caused a significant stir across the internet. Over the past 2 years, Google has rolled out a series of updates aimed at improving the quality of search results. These updates include using AI-generated answers, known as AI Overview. The goal of Google? To connect users with more helpful, satisfying and original content. However, the impact has been dramatic, especially for independent and smaller websites. The first update in August 2022 had polarizing effect, with some brands experiencing massive uplift in traffic, while others saw significant drops. But by the second update in September 2023, most websites experienced a severe decline in traffic, and the cherry on the cake was the recent update in March 2024, which appears to be the final nail in the coffin, leaving many sites with an average of 4 times less traffic than they had 2 years ago. For example, sites like HouseFresh, dedicated to air purifier reviews, saw their traffic plummet after these updates. This drop has led to layoffs and fears of shutting down, and meanwhile, larger, more established sites and user-generated content platforms like Reddit and Quora have seen a different story unfold. Since September 2023, some independent sites have lost up to 90% of their search traffic, with others experiencing declines from 20 to 60%. On the other hand, social media giants and large websites like Reddit with a 126% increase in traffic, Quora at 105%, and Wikipedia at 12.6% have benefited greatly from these changes. Critics argue that Google's changes favor larger, established brands over smaller independent sites, potentially stifling diversity and originality on the web. Despite Google's claim that these changes are meant to improve search quality, the debate continues on whether these updates will benefit the internet in the long run or harm the very fabric of online content creation. Next up, we turn to Europe, where the European Parliament has just passed a landmark bill aimed at protecting journalists and ensuring press freedom across the EU. The new Media Freedom Act, adopted with a strong majority, introduced several crucial measures to safeguard media independence from political and economic interference. Firstly, the Act bans the use of spyware against journalists except in strictly defined cases, such as serious crimes, and even then only with judicial approval. This is a significant step in protecting journalists from undue surveillance and pressure. The Act also mandates that all media outlets disclose the ownership information. This transparency will help the public understand who controls the media they consume and what interests might influence their reporting. Additionally, public media must be financed through transparent and objective procedures, ensuring the editorial independence. A particularly interesting aspect of this act is its mechanism to prevent large online platforms like Facebook, X and Instagram from arbitrarily restricting press freedom. Platforms will need to distinguish between independent media and non-independent sources and notify media outlets before deleting or restricting the content. Media outlets will then have 24 hours to respond, adding a layer of accountability. This act is a response to growing concerns about media plurality and press freedom in Europe, highlighted by high-profile incidents such as the murder of a journalist in Malta and ongoing threats to press freedom in Hungary. It aims to uphold the dual role of media as both businesses and guardians of democracy. Finally, let's talk about a new study that sheds light on the importance of brand safety in advertising and how it affects consumer trust. According to the State of Brand Safety study by Integral Ad Science (IIS), a significant 78% of consumers are more likely to trust brands whose ads appear on credible news sites. In today's digital landscape where inappropriate content is on the rise, 91% of consumers in Singapore feel that the content surrounding online ads must be appropriate. This study highlights that consumers hold brands accountable for their ad placement, with 83% believing that brands should ensure the ads are placed in a safe environment. And this study also asked respondents on which website it's most important to see safe and appropriate content. Topping the list were news sites at 39% and social media at 38%, while fitness and sports media were at the bottom with 13 and 14% respectively. When it comes to where consumers are most receptive to advertising, social media leads at 48%, followed by entertainment and shopping sites. News sites were lower on the list at 22%. But interestingly though, in our last Ad News episode, we presented a study from Stagwell, which suggested that advertising near news sites content isn't as harmful as previously thought. This goes to show how perspectives on brand safety can vary and the importance of staying updated with the latest research. It's also worth noting that IAS, the company behind this study, is one of the biggest providers of brand safety targeting segments. This potential conflict of interest is something to keep in mind when interpreting these results. According to the study, when brands advertise near inappropriate content, it significantly impacts their reputation. The study shows that 76% of consumers would trust a brand less if its ad appeared next to inappropriate content, and 77% would feel less favorable towards the brand. On the other hand, ads placed near appropriate content lead to positive outcomes, with 62% of consumers likely to recommend the product and 61% to make a purchase. This study emphasizes the critical role of brand safety in maintaining consumer trust and the potential consequences of neglecting it. Once again, it is important to take a step back though, as IAS is a brand safety provider. We decided to present this news piece even though it was a conflicting result from the Stagwell study, to show that, as often in advertising, the answer probably lies in the middle. This week we are starting a new segment in Ad News, the Ad Showcase, in which we will show the most impactful ads we have seen in the last 2 weeks. This week's Ad Showcase features Marvel star Jeremy Renner in a powerful and motivational campaign for Brooks running shoes. The ad titled Love, Hope and Titanium marks Brooks' first global campaign in a quarter of a century.
I have no business doing a running commercial. 15 months ago, I was dead, right?
Last year, Renner was hit by a snowplow while trying to save his nephew from being run over by it, resulting in 38 broken bones. In the commercial, Renner recounts how doctors said he wouldn't be able to walk properly again, let be alone run.
My doctor said I would never walk again, and if I did, I'd walk funny. They said, you're never running again, that's not happening.
But 15 months later, this 3.5-minute ad shows how having the right footwear contributed to his speedy recovery. In a heart-chilling and motivational narrative, Renner describes his near-death experience and miraculous recovery, presenting Brooks' shoes along the way. The ad is a powerful reminder that life is short, and miracles can happen.
I find a lot of joy in having the ability to move and be strong at whatever cost, at whatever pain. It's everything to me to be able to move. I'm proud that I'm walking. I'm proud that my family is thriving. And I'm proud that I've taken something that could be perceived as tragic or an accident and turned it into something, turned it into a superpower. Proud of that. It is my duty to be better for myself and for everyone that has helped me. Wherever there is for you, a new beginning, a dream, a goal, let's run there.
This statement not only serves as a motivational message, but also provides one of the best commercial slogans in recent years. This ad is a testament to human resilience and the impact of determination and the right support. It's truly a standout piece in advertising and a perfect example of how storytelling can elevate a brand's message. Another addition to the ad news will be a segment we call The Floor is Yours. Every episode will ask you your opinion on a question and show the result in the next video to be able to present a more nuanced and broader opinion on a controversial topic. For this week's question, do you think Google's changing its algorithm is better or worse for users? 1. Improve the user experience of Google search. 2. It will most likely have no impact. 3. It will lower the user experiences. And 4. Others. These are the 4 answers for this week. Start your comment with the answer number, then let us know what you think. Thanks for watching this week's ad news. As always, if you want to learn more about digital advertising, feel free to check our online courses on tedjordan.org. And please let us know how we can improve our videos. Thank you for watching and have a lovely one.